I guarantee you I will not get a notification on my tablet because it just never notifies me. I kid you not.
Oh, I see us on there. It says
See,
441.
you see every single time, without fail, it comes up on my phone, but it never comes up on my tablet. I always have to go in and do a manual search. It is so frustrating.
I'm so sorry that the address doesn't change. You should check to see if you've got notifications enabled.
I do have, that's just it. I've got notifications enabled on everybody I follow.
Well, no, I'm talking about for on the tablet.
I thought it was like I thought notifications were like for the thing that you were using.
No, they could be enabled on your stuff. You know, you can disable Twitch notifications.
No. What I mean is, so I've got Twitch on my tablet, and if the Escape Podcast is live on Twitch, it doesn't come up as one of the channels that I'm following as being live. All of the other people I'm following, if they're live, it comes up on the front screen. But specifically,
maybe it's because maybe it's because you're an authorized streamer to it.
I maybe, but all I know is it bugs me that I have to click on the search. I have to make 2 extra clicks in order to bring the channel up. Oh, hello people. Hello, you lovely people.
Bodie, Dr. Feelgood, Helenix, Schnarman, B Counts.
Ouchie.
Ouchie's here.
Ouchie girl. Ouchie. You know what an ouchie is, don't you? If you get an ouchie.
I would think so.
Because I used that term in a stream yesterday, kiss the ouchie better, right? And
everybody thought they were talking about you.
The DMV was like, well, what are you talking about ouchie for? It's like, no, I'm not talking about that ouchie. I was talking about the fact that my ears were bleeding because I couldn't hear DMV, and then all of a sudden I could hear DMV because I was roasting him. I like to make him laugh. I've never known someone laugh so hard at being roasted, but Run DMV, Run DMV is like the greatest sport in the world.
Oh yeah,
he is like the greatest sport. He is the best sport. He laughs
he's
so loud,
sport, and he's also one of the kindest souls that I know.
Yeah, I've never, but yeah, he's. I mean, he's the only person I roast because he seems to.
No, you roast me.
Yeah, but I tend to put the target on DMV's back. Hola, Amity Beads, Canadian's favourite son.
Oh, right.
What are we at? 1 minute 22. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you said 1 minute 22. That's like 3 second delay.
Yeah, I know that the delay is lovely and low today. Latency on Twitch Live is awesome.
Yes, and that is why we came here.
That is why we came here. Okay, time to go silent. Let's go dark.
This is Dr. Feelgood from Yavin 4, and you're listening to the Escape Pod cast. This show was recorded in front of a live studio audience. And yes, the rumors are true. I'm the one who makes you feel all right.
One is a Grand Arena specialist from the UK. The other is a territory battle tactician from the US. Together, there are no signs of intelligent life on board. With both having played this game since launch, the one thing we are sure of is that you will be entertained. The Escape Pod Cast, a service of the Escape Pod Castaways. A weekly podcast about the mobile game Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Live from the network studios of Yavin 4, here are your hosts, Neil Andrew Eyre and Paul Anthony.
Coming up on this week's edition of the Escape Pod Cast. Neil, it's time to pre-record the intro.
Sorry, what? Sorry, I'm refreshing the page to see if there's anything to talk about.
We do this every week, Neil. We have to record the intro.
Yeah, but what is there to talk about yet?
Well, I joined the Chain Gang this week as a very special guest.
Oh yes, GAC is back.
And you're going for Quad Kyber with video proof, aren't you? Neil, what are you doing?
Sorry, I'm refreshing the page again. What was that?
Seriously, man, a watched form never posts.
Okay, well, I did end up getting Gridan for our interview segment.
Well, that'll help provide some content in all its own.
And then, of course, we have non-SWGOH Patreon's Choice.
And maybe we'll do something with our Twitch viewers as well, since there's not much to go with.
All this and breaking news as and if it happens.
Right here on the Escape Pod Cast.
The Escape Pod Cast News.
Neil, intro.
Oh, sorry. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Escape Pod Cast.
What were you doing?
I'm refreshing the forum page. What do you think I'm doing? I just want it to drop while we're live,
It would be great. It really would be great, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's not going to happen, is it? It's just not going to happen. Yeah, it's not going to happen. It'd be nice if it did, though, wouldn't it? To be breaking, as in really, really breaking it.
I mean,
because we would either be giving everybody totally awesome news, or it's going to totally bum everybody out, and we'll both start raging. Or I'll start raging, and then I'll have to apologize next week.
No, so, the last time something dropped during the show, aside from, oops, Galactic Legends are being countered by free-to-play characters, was when they said that there were new ships coming out, the Negotiator and the Malevolence.
Yeah.
They hinted towards them. That was the last thing, and that happened, I want to say, it was 2 weeks before our CG interview, when Scotty and I had to record an entire segment alone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. It would be really, really awesome to be able to drop it live, and beat everybody. Because if it drops live, most other people will get the news, and then they'll record something, and then they'll just pop it on their channels, and then we'll all go watch it. But if it drops live, yeah, that would be so awesome. So yeah, I'm looking at the forum at the moment, and all I can see is the wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing that CG did. I mean, a broken clock is always right, at least twice a day. Congratulations to the separatist commanders of Maw.
Yeah, and I do like that.
Yes,
I do like that they called them Separatist Commander. That's their special title.
That is their special title, yeah. And obviously we had Mandy on last week. So that we could pick his brains about how they achieved it. I mean, We know that they weren't.
And that's the one thing.
Yeah.
We forgot to actually ask him. What was some strategy? So we're gonna have to have him back on.
Yeah, we will have to have him back. I mean, we know that 3 guilds actually got 33 stars. They get the title because they were the first to get it, though, because it doesn't count that TI. It doesn't count that TI got it a few hours later. They were, what matters is you're first. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's good to be first. I mean, it can also be really, really bad to be first. Especially if you're breaking news and it's wrong.
Yeah. So,
but it's usually, in this game, it's good to be first. It's good to be the king.
I gotta point out, and I gotta laugh. Ouchie is asking if I'm James Hetfield because of the beard, and then says that you look like Lars Ulrich. So,
I look like who?
Lars Ulrich.
Okay, I'm gonna have to Google search this.
She's 500 bits from Schnurman.
Thank you very much, Sharman. Everybody, get ready. I'm about to start typing.
You don't know who Lars Ulrich is?
No. How'd you spell his second name?
He's the drummer for Metallica.
Oh, see, I only had to put UL in, and it brought the rest up for me. Okay.
Yeah.
So, images.
Run DMV.
I look nothing like him. I look absolutely nothing like him. The guy's going bald. I've got a full head of hair. Plus, I have a beard. He has no beard. Ouchie, you and me are going to fall out. You and me are going to fall out, girl.
So if
I'm looking at him right now, and I look nothing like him. Sorry, no, wrong. He looks nothing like me. There is only one me.
Schnarman and Run DMV both donated 500 bits. If somebody wants to start the hype train already, somebody else chime in. It can't be those two, and the Twitch will automatically start a hype train. You guys do not have to do that, guys. I'm just telling you. I appreciate everything that you do, but you don't have to do that. Anyway.
Okay, so someone's saying late 80s now. This is going to bug me.
All right, there we go. The hype train has started. Let's see how high you guys can go on that hype train. 300 bits from B counts. Thank you guys. All right.
Okay,
yeah,
no, I still don't think late 80s. Who said late 80s? Who said late 80s?
Flair says, "Aren't you glad that you can type now?"
I know, it's so awesome. I can hit all of the keys and not have to worry about some random scene popping up.
Tell them why we're mentioning this, because this is kind of what we're going to be talking about in a moment.
Why I'm mentioning what? Oh,
more subs.
More subs.
But tell us why it's exciting that you can type now.
It's exciting because I have to give props to my man Flair for this. Camping Embers. Flair was the man. We were just having some random conversation, and obviously talking about making a Stream Deck out of a keyboard, and it was like a light bulb went off his head. It's like, oh, do you use scene collections? And I'm like, what's a scene collection? It's like, well, you can do one set of scene collections for your GAC, and you can do one set of scene collections for TepCon, which then made me realize I can do one set of scene collections for the Geeking Out with Going Nerdy on Tuesdays. So yeah, it's all good. And I've only got like 6 keys that I need to push for this show because I've compressed everything into just a handful of hotkeys. And
it's because you've also been doing the Twitch stream. You've been doing the Chain Gang.
Yes.
How has that been going for you?
The Chain Gang has been going very, very well. First round, complete success, victories across the board, even the one I didn't get the full clear on. I was kind of like praying to RNGesus and praying to the RNG gods, and they answered my prayers. My opponent did not get past my fleet. So, yeah, they didn't get past my fleet. They got 3 territories. I got 3 territories, but obviously I got the territory with the fleet. You get more banners. So, yeah, worked out. I just saw the score at the end, and I'm like, brilliant. They didn't beat me. And my God, the banners I thought it would be a challenge to get Quad Kyber, but they're awarding so many more banners for a win.
Really?
Yeah, I can't believe it. I mean, yeah, no, it is. It's more banners. I'm getting more. You get more banners for the win. So I think they've tweaked it. They must have tweaked it. Either that, or if this is what they're giving for 3v3.
So it's I saw somebody say that this is Oprah Kyber this season. You get Kyber and you get Kyber.
You get a Kyber. You get a Kyber. You get a Kyber. Yes, it's Oprah Kyber season. But yeah, no. So I did the 3 on I did the 3 on the GAC stream, and then popped over to my channel and showed some love to my YouTube subscribers who I have been terribly neglecting recently. So the triumphant return of Pom Pom Tastic to my YouTube channel. I'm not gonna let you do it, guys. I'm not gonna get yanked out of this. So yeah, so I'm showing the love to my YouTube subscribers, and I've put the content back on there. But this GAC's Chain Gang was we had a little surprise on GAC Chain Gang this week. You were watching as well. Why don't you tell everybody what that surprise on the GAC Chain Gang was on Wednesday?
Well, on Wednesday I had some time. I decided to treat it like I was doing my trivia night. And I all of a sudden started out just like I did my trivia night, and I guest starred in the Chain Gang, and I had a lot of fun. I didn't get the win. They full cleared me. They dropped 3 battles, and my negotiator held. That was nice. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I gotta say, thank you to you and thank you to Flair for, coming on. I even created a new little scene for it.
Yeah, you did, didn't you? I mean, we should have been helping you more, but we were. What were we doing while you were doing your GAC?
Well, we were. So Flair opened up a server for Minecraft.
Yeah.
Where we've been very busy. I'm building a replica of the temple where my wife and I were married. You're building a castle.
I'm building a castle like a true Englishman. Because an Englishman's home is his castle, and I'm literally building a castle. So yeah. But yeah, so the entire time that me and Flair are on Zoom, on Paul's GAC Twitch stream, we're both there clicking. So Paul's like, "What do I do here?" And we're like, "Oh, just go with what you know, mate. Go with." So just constantly. So should have been watching him and looking off to the side and helping him out. And it's like, just go with what you know. And what did he know? He knew Treya against Geos, and it's like, right, guys, I've done what I know, and now I need help. And we're like, what? Seriously? That was it. It's like, no. And then and then the RNG just struck, didn't he? The bad RNG kicked in against that old Republic team. My God, that Juhani was. Oh my God, she was built like.
It was a very, very beefy Juhani.
I have never seen a Juhani so beefy.
It's still up on our Twitch channel. It's still up here on our Twitch channel. So after the show, if you guys want to go relive that, there's 2 points where the audio's muted because I had some music going in the background. One was the intro. Apparently, you're not allowed to play Creed, and you're not allowed to play Metallica.
Oh yeah, no, Metallica don't like to share. Metallica don't like to share. If you want to share Metallica for free, damn you better go to a library for it. Not an online library, a physical library.
So, and Sir Boss is asking if the hat that I'm wearing on the live recording of the show is a Florida Marlins hat, or Miami Marlins, if you will. Sir Boss, back there is a no, that one's 2003. That's a 2003 rally flag from the Marlins when they were in the World Series. So yeah, I've been a lifelong Marlins fan. So
yeah, Ouchie, I do believe that Metallica Metallica have literally licensed out the ability for people to be cover bands for them. Most people, most bands would be like, oh wow, this is how awesome we are. There are loads of people, being a cover band of us. But apparently, I mean, I've been told that there's only one licensed Metallica cover band. Because my old man says that they're really, really good. Apparently, they sound and look just like them.
Okay. I've never heard of licensed cover bands.
I know. I've never heard of that as well. But they do like their IP, don't they? I mean, my favorite. Okay, this is a guilty secret, but my favorite cover band is an ABBA cover band called Bjorn Again. And oh my god, they're awesome. I don't know. Do you like ABBA?
Me personally? I mean,
don't be hating on the ABBA now.
I'm not hating on the ABBA. I'm indifferent.
You're indifferent. Okay. That's fine.
If I hear Dancing Queen on the radio, I'll listen to it.
What, you mean you won't pick up a hairbrush and start singing into the end of it?
No.
No? You don't start dancing around while you're doing a little vacuuming?
No.
No. Okay.
No. If I'm vacuuming and dancing around, I'm singing Queen Want to Break Free.
Want to Break Free. That's but that's just a little cliche, I do actually have a mixed album that's like that. The UK does these mixed albums with like really stupid titles, and one of the albums that I got back in the mid noughties was the Ultimate House Cleaning album. And I kid you not, it's just full of songs that whoever has the license for them thought, yeah, that's a song that you can clean the house to. And I'm thinking, what an unusual category to put a song in. I mean, that's nuts. I need my tangent alert one. I should have put my tangent alert on this.
Wrong show. Because and if you guys did not know, Neil and I have created a Tuesday show that's available only on Twitch. And hopefully Thaddeus gets me the rights to be able to put it on his channel soon. But on Twitch Tuesdays, we're starting now at 10:30 Eastern. It's going to be about an hour and a half show where we talk everything and anything except Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.
Yes.
It is the show for us to geek out with, as it is the Escape Pod geeking out with Going Nerdy.
Mm-hmm. And if you talk about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, you get sent to the naughty corner for 5 minutes. And I am planning on, working out a slide. I'm going to work on a slide that I can put over either Paul or Thaddeus or myself's face. Because, on a system, if I inadvertently or accidentally name the game that shall not be named, I'll be honest. I will put the dunce's face. I will put the dunce's picture over my face, and I will mute my microphone, and I'll put myself in the naughty corner 5 minutes. But that's the last one was a lot of fun, but it's in its infancy and got to work the kinks out, do some little bits and pieces there. But yeah, it was a lot of fun the first one, so I imagine we're going to have a lot of fun with it.
Pyronelli asks if anime would be involved. If we find an anime that we get really into, yeah, we'll talk anime.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely.
Anything that's geeky, anything that's nerdy, absolutely. Really quick, thank you to Alice Aimless Wonder, Darth Ordnen, and House of Pain that have all followed us during this first segment on Twitch.
Hey, thanks for the follows, guys. Always appreciated. Always
almost
appreciated.
At 200.
Yeah, absolutely. So, are you? Oh, go ahead, mate.
And on that fact, guys, we're still not. We're just because we're live on Twitch does not mean that we're not still going after the 1,000 on YouTube. Because if we get there, Neil donates his hair. Bringer of Chaos donates his hair. Lots and lots of stuff. Lots of people are going to be doing things that, to benefit the community. Deadpool Kyle, one of our good friends, and original supporter of the show, he is going to be donating $50 to somebody. He's giving away $50 if we get to 1,000 on YouTube.
Oh yeah, so it's definitely worth it. You know, all you got to do is pick up your phone, because you're watching us and we don't want you turning us off. Is pick up your phone, open your Discord, go to your guild.
What if they're watching us on their phone?
Okay, if you're watching us on the phone, go onto another device, go to Discord, and send a message to your guildmates. Okay, I'm planning on doing it to the entire. I'm going to ask if I can do it to the entire ANZGC Alliance, because I'm in it now. But yeah, just go, give us a sub, get us over the 1,000 mark. It would really be appreciated. But at that point, it does also mean we need to be a lot more careful with the clips and the copyrighted material. I'm definitely going to have to make sure all of my clips are under a certain amount.
Yeah. Or don't use copyrighted music. Now, that being said, Neil, I do want to mention that a benefit that people get, you know, we talk about our Patreons, but also our subscribers on Twitch also do get access now to the after show.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they do.
But their Discord must be connected to their Twitch to be able to do that. But nonetheless, if you are a subscriber and you do not have, if you're a subscriber either gifted to you or you are a physical subscriber to the show on Twitch, make sure Twitch is connected to your Discord, so you can get into the after show. Just a heads up on that.
Yeah, and of course, you know, the Escape Pod cast after show is after dark. So you know, if you want to see me, you see, I get to rage all I like. Okay, I get to rage all I like, and I can use any profanity-laden tirade I so desire in there. And thankfully, there's no video, so there will be no gifs. Biswees. Older Sandfly with a big subscribe. Thank you very much, buddy.
Yeah,
much appreciated.
Thank you, sir.
But yeah, I was very tight-lipped on my last GAC because that GIF of me
there is
in my
I'm
tweet
going
bonkers.
This is the one time for those who do like to spam bits at content creators. There is a hidden number of the angry Neil. That's all. That's the only hint I'm giving you. It's the number of the angry Neil.
Yes, stop telling people about that, because it's Look, if I don't mind that, you know, but just make people work for it. Make people go and have to search the internet. You know, never age. I don't even know what I don't even know what search term you'd have to put in for that GIF. I really don't. And at least no one's used it on my Twitter feed yet either.
I'm not going to tell you either.
No, Steph, did you know? There we go. Seth, shh.
All right.
I don't like my GIF. I don't like my hair being. I don't have to let my hair down.
You've heard you've heard of rumblings of Fisk getting quad Kyber and apparently back-to-back quad Kyber, but he has not. There is not video proof out there, correct?
He's not streamed it. Oh, I mean, I totally believe he's done it, but he hasn't streamed it.
So you are going to be the first one to have video proof of this,
or
you're
the first to stream it. Yeah, absolutely. That's the plan. The plan is to be the first person to stream it. So yeah, fingers crossed. And if the banners keep flowing the way that they are at the moment, it's gonna be the easiest. I can see I can see a seriously large amount of people getting Kyber this GAC.
Has the goalpost changed at all?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a goalpost change or if it's specific to this 3v3. But I mean, on my Division 2 account, I got like 2,000 banners. I'm like, I've never received 2,000 banners for winning a round. It's never happened.
But nonetheless, have they moved the goalposts though? I believe they have.
You know what? I didn't check that actually. That's a good point. I didn't check. what the banner count required is for. Can somebody in chat that's running the game at the moment check that out for us? What is the? Can somebody tell me what the banner count required for Division 2 is? The last GAC it was 35,500. So if somebody can double check that and let me know, because they're giving more banners for a round victory, but I want to know if they've changed that as well. If you need more banners to get to hit Khyber. 44,000, is that for Division 2? Flair?
Yeah. City of Sandfly says that the goalposts have been moved.
Right, okay, so the goalposts have changed. That's an unusual. Why? I don't get that. Do you get that? Why?
Yeah, because there's more battles. There's more battles. There's more chances to
well, yeah, but
better scores.
They're increasing the requirement for Khyber, but they've increased the number of banners that you get from a victory. From a round win. So it kind of does. I mean, if they moved it out but didn't increase the numbers that you won, making it harder to achieve Khyber, that I could understand that. But they've moved both so instead of moving like one goalpost to make it the window smaller and harder to achieve Khyber, they've moved them both at the same time. So I don't get that.
Neil, I just got sniped in Fleet Arena. Let's go to a break really quick so I could teach somebody how not to knock somebody out right before their payout, because my payout's in 5 minutes. Let's go to a break. We'll be right back here on the Escape Pod Cast. You're going down.
The Escape Pod Cast with Paul Anthony and Neil Andrew Ware.
Hello, friends. This is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and I approve this message and am compensated for signups for this service.
The world's largest audiobook library is at your fingertips, and the Escape Pod Castaways wants you to try it for free. Head on over to escapepodcastaways.com and click the Going Nerdy offer button to claim a free audiobook and 2 Audible originals. Cancel anytime, and it's absolutely free to sign up. Check out Audible and support the Escape Pod Castaways, all for free. See Audible website for details. Restrictions may apply.
Did you know that if you signed up to become a Patreon, you could get tons of rewards? Force Ghost Scotty could do a roster review for you. Neil Andrew Ware could share Grand Arena tactics. Or Paul could even help you get maximum stars in Geonosis Territory Battle. And you even get access into the after show. Sound good? Sign up to be a Patreon today. For as little as $2 a month, you could unlock a ton of potential content and also get closer to the hosts. Head to patreon.com/theescapepod to sign up.
Micaeus Modding Mayhem is the premier remodding service for the game that we all love, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. With some of the most affordable rates in the industry, Micaeus will rebuild your roster from top to bottom and give you consultation on where to go from there. Micaeus has a 100% satisfaction guarantee and lots of useful additional services, including a full cleanup of your mods, loadout pages, PvP plans, and more. Contact Micaeus today on Discord at all lowercase Micaeus number 0127. That's MIKAYAS number 0127, or at micaeusmods@gmail.com. Micaeus Modding Mayhem, the official remodding service of the Escape Pod Cast.
Have you been interested in getting items 3D printed but haven't wanted to buy one of those expensive printers? Are you looking for a literally one-of-a-kind tech gift gadget? Evil Genius 3D Printing and Gadgets is your one-stop shop for both of those items. Nerd-owned and Escape Pod approved, put Lenny the Evil Genius to work for you. If you can dream it, he could possibly make it. Contact Lenny at evilgenius3dprinting@gmail.com for more information. That's evilgenius3dprinting@gmail.com. Get something unique in your hands.
Hey, I'm Andy Beads.
Hey, I'm Danish Wobble.
Hey, I'm Ando.
Hey, I'm Jake.
I'm Bringer of Death.
Jake Johnson TX.
I'm Ramby2307.
Spartan Z here.
I am Mr. Jacobachi.
Star Wars Galaxy of the Yeti.
I'm Player Gaming Embers.
I'm Lazy Turtle.
I'm Mudbum.
I mean, come on. They already know me. I'm the bloody co-host.
and we are part of
the GAC Chain Gang.
We're a group of streamers who stream our Grand Arena on Twitch and continue the chain
into the next streamer.
We have all types of accounts for you to enjoy, from the big whales to the
small accounts.
But we're all here to provide entertainment
and have a good time.
The Grand Arena Chain Gang is proud to be part
of the Escape Pod Castaways Content Creator Network. Stop by and see them, won't you?
The Escape Pod Cast.
Neil.
Oh, hello everybody. Welcome back. Refresh. Hang on.
It's not going to happen. By the
Live
way,
refresh.
Nothing.
No.
But by the way, I got my number one. All right.
Got your number one. Oh, so you did you put the sniper in his place?
Yeah, I did.
What did he knock you back to?
2.
Was that it?
Yeah.
Oh my God. See, can't he? Oh, you see, that's just rude. I mean, you're not in the same pay. Is he in your shard or anything?
They're not in the chat.
No. They're not in the shard chat.
They're not.
Have you tried inviting them?
We have reached out to a bunch of people, but this person is called Mole Eliza.
Oh right. Okay. Ooh. Okay. But yeah, no. If that's one thing that, I mean, there's not a person in chat whose gears don't get grinded by someone trying to snipe the number one spot from you during your payout hour,
and also during your podcast.
Yeah. What is it? There was that's it. Drinking on Juma Juice. He's a fellow shard mate of mine on the Pom-Pom-tastic account. And not this year, but last year, neither of us had the ability to change our payout, so we were swapping it. We'd take it in turns. We were nice with each other. One day he'd have one day I'd have one, and we'd alternate it backwards and forwards. But there was
I used to do that.
Yeah, but there was this
I used to
git.
do that with a guy. But he stopped. He gave up.
He just gave up. Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing was, we had 2 other people, so we would like swap from 1 to 5th, and we came up with this whole strategy to stop him from doing it. And it took us forever to figure out how to stop him from sniping us. And we got there in the end, because I only had to wait like 90 days till I could change my time, but he had like 150 days to wait. And what, has he done it again?
No.
What?
Okay, so I looked in the chat, and That's No Moon says, "How's your 3v3 going so far, Paul?" So I decided to look at who my I lost my first one. I did. I can't do screen sharing technically, but for those who could see, I did lose the first one. He did He did end up clearing me. But this next one, I mean, I'm not going to be able to stream this live. I might do it in the after show. You guys might be able to see me do my 3v3 in the after show. But I got auto deployed on.
Oh no, that sucks. Oh, that sucks. In 3v3, that's painful. For Division 1,
3v3 auto deployment.
A 3v3 auto deploy in Division 1. Oh my God, with all those relic characters.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that's going to be painful.
By the way, really quick, while we were in the break, before the break, Rogue 613 followed us. Thank you to that. City of Sandfly became a subscriber, which we already mentioned, and Dr. Feelgood gave That's No Moon, one of our good content creator friends, and also the person that thinks that I'm the worst GAC content creator out there. If you guys saw the Chain Gang stream, literally right at the bottom. What did it say? What did it say exactly? Something about the worst content creator at GAC, and quoted That's No Moon. So,
well, that's what happens, I mean, I suppose me and Flair should partially accept some of the blame for your first round because we were supposed to be helping you, but 8-bit blocks were just more fun.
Those are 16-bit blocks, sir. 16 bits.
16? You sure? I thought Minecraft was 8-bit.
No, it's 16-bit.
Is it 16-bit? No way. Yeah. You learn something new every day. I've been playing that game for donkey's years, and I always assumed it was 8-bit. Okay. Would you like me to do a refresh?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
Is there anything there?
Reload. No.
No. Okay. So we'll continue on.
Yes, I mean, the forum, it's deader than a dodo in there. It really, really is. It's deader than a dodo.
Okay, so let's look at this. And I also kind of want to pull back a little bit and talk about this whole want for live PvP. That's another thing that I want to get into. But first off, I constantly say it's Varrock Assault Syndrome. I want it now, Daddy. I want it now. And it's not something that I think that we should have. There were times when we were getting weekly updates and it was great, yes. But they're working on something huge. It's going to be mentioned in the road ahead. I hope that we get it sooner rather than later when it comes to that. But if this thing that is game changing, that is not a sandbox, that is not live PvP, that is not a raid, is worth it, it's going to be great. There was talk in the listener lounge. Subject to change. There was talk in the listener lounge. Bodhi said in there, he said, there's no consistent views of what people want. Some people want a raid. Some people want live PvP. I jokingly said, "Where's my sandbox?" And he said that there's always people, and there's more people who didn't want the new content, regardless of what it is, even if they may be wrong.
No, I mean, I would disagree with you regarding consistency because something that has been consistently requested is a sandbox mode. A sandbox mode is something that has been consistently requested. It is something that gets asked in every single QA, even though we know the answer is going to be no. We still ask the question, when are we getting a sandbox mode? When are we getting a sandbox mode? When are we getting a sandbox mode? And the answers, they use different words and different terminology to mess with our heads. But ultimately, the answer is always the same. No. Despite, loads and loads of suggestions being put out there. Well, alter GW. Come up with an in-house TW, make it so that there's an in-guild squad arena, anything along those lines using the current, infrastructure within the game to kind of offer up that sandbox mode. And I do genuinely think that a sandbox mode would be a wonderful thing, especially for streamers. Because the big thing that we've got, is GAC. Don't get me wrong, content creators will still make alternative content without GAC. I did the pillar system for a full year. That had nothing to do with GAC whatsoever. Every single day a video doing the pillar system.
And you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did. I enjoyed it.
And it was one of the best, in my opinion, one of the best Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes series that is out there. And in a way, it's still prevalent. It's still up on your channel. And and if you guys want to see what it's like to play an account from scratch, absolutely free to play, that was a ride and a half, man. It was fun.
That was a BHD though.
That was before Hyperdrive.
That was before Hyperdrive. Yeah. So different, completely. It's a different animal now. There are members. I know there are several of the Chain Gang members. And if you follow these guys, make sure that you follow them all. But the likes of Andy Beads, Flair, Rand, they've all started free-to-play alternate accounts and they're currently going through the arduous task of taking them, through their paces at the moment. But the big difference between them and me is when I was at their level, I was much, much higher up because it was free to play and it was before the Hyperdrive bundle. Now, after the Hyperdrive bundle, they're back in, they're way, way, way back. There are people that have gone out and bought that Hyperdrive bundle, and they're already at level 85, while Flair's still stuck in the 40s. I mean, he came across somebody in Galactic War the other day. His first battle was against somebody that had a Hyperdrive bundle, so he had to go up against a 5-star, level 80, gear 8 character. His squad are all in the 40s. How the hell? I have no idea how it happened, but it happened. That's definitely not going to be pretty.
No, it was.
When you are starting out with a new account, and anybody that started a new account free to play will attest to this, completing GW is really, really important. Getting the full 1200, getting all the way to the end, finishing that 12th node, you get the shards, you get the credits, you get the fleet current, you get everything. You really, really need all of that. And I didn't realize it was much harder to do that now. The realization hadn't hit me because I've never experienced having to do that against accounts where Galactic, where people have bought the Hyperdrive bundle.
Now, our friend Sig says that they'd rather get content that has progression or rewards. The biggest people pushing sandbox mode are content creators because obviously it benefits them.
Yeah,
and
that is true. That is true.
That's very, very true. And Zaz says CG does not want a sandbox mode, as it'll give people that do theory crafting unlimited opportunity to come up with meta breakers.
Yeah.
And then once again, those content creators, and it'll spread like wildfire and become totally unbalanced, because who in their right minds right now is bringing a Zeta Bodhi Rook in to fight Malik? People don't know that specific counter because the theory crafters haven't found it.
Found what?
The Zeta Bodhi Rook counter to Darth Malik.
There's a Zeta Bodhi Rook counter to
Yes.
Darth Malik?
Yes. You'll have to go back and check out.
No. It's just you just said it. That isn't that goes against the argument of it's screwing up the meta. If we had a sandbox mode, with or without the sandbox mode, the theory crafters are still going to theory craft, and they're still going to come up with these excellent and awesome free to play cheaper counters to meta characters that people have wailed out on.
And the non-meta characters like Bodhi Rook and his Zeta.
Yeah.
So Commander Cody 66 says, my issue with Sandbox is that it will hurt GAC. It will allow people to practice on each team before they fight it. That's very, very true. Kind of
but
takes
everybody.
Out the yeah. What?
Well, yeah, but that's an advantage to everyone. So everyone will be able to practice every counter against every team. It's not going to give a person an advantage or a disadvantage because
it depends. Okay, it depends on how they do the sandbox. If you can only set up your own characters against your own characters, if you don't have those characters to fight against, you can't go and fight a Galactic Legend Rey if you don't have her unlocked.
Yeah. Okay. I will defer to that. It would that's an externality that it would depend entirely on how sandbox mode was presented. It would. You're absolutely right. It would. So like a Kraken that's got everything would be able to figure out what the best defense is and what the best offense is, because they're going to have everything to gear 13, tier 7. So yes, but then again, if the Krakens are the ones that are going to get the most advantage from a sandbox, that's something that CG would definitely do, because then it means that more Krakens are going to Kraken out and max out everything that they've got so that they can take full advantage of a sandbox mode that would be, along those lines.
I'm reading. I'm trying to catch up and chat a little bit here, but let's move on to live PvP.
Yeah. Okay.
We kind of experienced something, and quite in real time, just yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
The drag to what live PvP can do to a community.
Yeah.
There
are disadvantages to certain types of live PvP, that is for sure.
And I'm going to mention this real quick, guys. The whole, I'm not naming names when I say this. I'm simply going to mention that there was a guild that had a major falling out just yesterday. Where the leader was pushing for them to become very, very hardcore, when most of the players were more casual. You heard about this, Neil?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And part of the metric to get guild currency, to get a guild profession, and guild progression, not profession, was live PvP wins.
Yeah.
That is not a way, if they ever brought live PvP into Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and made one of the guild event token, not guild event token, one of the guild token metrics as getting PvP wins, that's going to tank horribly. Because if you keep running into the same trouble, the same group of people that are all about PvP, and they keep trucking every single defense you go in, you're gonna start hating the mode and not wanting to do anything in it. So live PvP is not only monotonous, and yeah, you get to play with your toys constantly. Well, good for you. You're still going to be fighting meta team after meta team all the frickin' time. And eventually you're just going to start setting it on auto, and you're not going to make any progression.
You see, the problem with and it's only recently reared its head as slightly problematic within the DSA world is that when you first start playing the game and you're free to play, you're loving it. I mean, the first week that you play that game, it is wonderful. Dailies aren't a drag. And when the live PvP goes literally live, when you hit that level where PvP is activated and you can do it, it is a serious amount of fun. And the reason why it's a lot of fun in its infancy and during those early levels is because you get matched against people quite evenly. Most people have the same rosters because it's an early game, you're early levels. Most people have the same rosters and you're very, very close to each other in power. But as you get higher and higher, you then start getting put against tougher and tougher oppositions. So you could do 5 live PvP battles, one after the other, and each and every occasion you could be going up against someone that is 200 power stronger than you. So imagine, the easiest analogy would be, let's say that Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes introduced live PvP along similar lines to DSA. You could literally find yourself being matched against somebody that's got 20k more GP than you. So you could have all gear 12, all Zated squad, and then you could get matched against somebody that has the exact same squad as you, but they're gear 13 and Zated. Okay, live PvP would have to be done very, very, very carefully, and it would have to be monitored. And I did send a message off in the DSA. I said, look, this is starting to become a problem. You have put a club progression based on the number of wins achieved in this area of the game, and for somebody who is only level 38, you're constantly throwing me up against people level 40, level 41 with much better characters than me. And, you do not want to have to spend an hour. And I saw Biscuit Weasel put in there, I just go in and put it on auto. And yeah, that's all well and good. But that only works. If 5 of them are against people who are tougher than you and you're hitting auto, you're probably going to lose. I mean, you can still lose against weaker squads than you going in and hitting auto because the AI isn't going to do the correct order. So, having seen the pitfalls of live PvP on DSA, I'm still on board with a live PvP within Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. But if it follows the same model as DSA, people will be disillusioned with it very quickly.
Now, with Merida, I mean, she's one of the quickest, and her opening salvo is to do her first special in auto mode. With Merida, you build her up with basic attacks, and then you use her specials. So they have to fix the AI as well.
Yeah. I mean, AI is never your friend at the start of a battle. I mean, if you've whacked 2 or 3 of your opposition, it's exactly the same in GAC. You don't go full auto straight away, but you can go full auto. Perfect example of this would be if you're going in against the boss team. All right, once you've got the Fett brothers out the way and whoever the third is, and all you're left with is Bosk and Demgar, yeah, sure, you can hit the auto at that point. But there's no way on God's green earth you are going to hit the auto at the start of that battle against bounty hunters that are gear 12 and they're all Zated. You're just not going to do it. You have to do it manually. If you were to go full auto with JTR against a Bosk bounty hunter team, they're going to get smashed into next Tuesday. So every game with AI has its issues. I don't think AI is a valid reason to say we can't have something, but matchmaking or poor algorithms that do the matchmaking definitely is a problem. So if they were to bring PvP to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, the algorithm would have to be like, it would have to be a better matchmaking algorithm than they use in GAC, that's for sure.
And also, now people do say that Marvel Strike Force has a good live PvP thing, and you get achievements from it. But there's the good, there's the bad, and there's the non-existent. And in this case, I think the non-existent for this game right now is still a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we've gone over sandbox, we've gone over live PvP. Obviously, the third thing, we're talking about the things that we would have liked to have seen in the road ahead, but we pretty much know we're not going to get. So we know that we're not going to get this fleet raid.
Yeah, and that's sad because I am your fleet guy. If you guys have seen my GAC, I get to fleets, I win. I will win that fleet battle, no matter what. I took out 2 fleets in my territory war.
Yeah.
Most people are like, I can only take out 1. I took out 2. So
yeah. No, I get that. Yeah, it's a shame that we're not. I mean, I don't I don't countenance the theories. I mean, there was a couple of theories floating around why we're not getting the raid anymore. I understand why we're not getting a regular raid anymore, because they've introduced Galactic Legends, and any new raid would automatically be broken by Rey and Kylo Ren teams instantly. But
that,
the theory,
or they only be accessible by they only be beatable by people who have Galactic Legend Rey or Galactic Legend Kylo.
Yeah, exactly. But that doesn't them being meta breaking and them having that ability is irrelevant regarding fleet, because the new Rey, the new Kylo, don't have ships. You know, the new Poe, the new Finn. You know, sure, some of those characters that you've had to relic do have ships, but they're not galactic legend overpowering. Paul, can you send a link to our guest in preparation?
I certainly will. I was actually saying we've got a long story
Yes,
time.
we do have a long story time with the llama. You're in for a treat.
So we're going to throw to a break, and we're going to have our guest, one without lives. Or no, one with lives. He does have a life. And he is in We With Lives. The one, the only, Gridan, joins us once again. Coming up after this break, right here on the Escape Pod Cast.
The Escape Pod Cast with Paul Anthony and Neil Andrew Ware.
Are you a member of Team Paul or Team Neil? Maybe you prefer story time with the llama, or dabble in the buttery side of the Force with Biscuit Weasel. Or maybe you like the Escape Pod talents from Down Under like Heinzie and Scotty. No matter who you support, you can get one of my designs from the Escape Podcast merch store. Just go to escapepodcastaways.com, click on the merch link, and it will take you to the TeePublic site where you can support me, Mrs. Anthony, also known as Critty K. Also be sure to check out the Mrs. Anthony Shirts channel on the Escape Podcast's Discord server weekly to vote for my latest shirts in the Design Derby on Woot. Links for both of these are down below. Thank you for supporting the Escape Pod Cast.
Heinzie from the ANZGC is officially a member of the Escape Pod Castaways. Make sure you go and search for Heinzie on YouTube today because he live streams a lot of his GAC content, and not only does he do that, he also does some pretty fun videos from time to time, including a behind the screen and also streaming Jedi Fallen Order. And from time to time, this idiot might drop by. Head on over and check out Heinzie today on YouTube, a part of the Escape Pod Castaways network.
Back to school. The Escape Pod Cast for Kids. It's really cool.
Hello, Escape Padawans, and welcome back to Storytime with the Llama and the Escape Pod Cast for Kids. This week on Faction Facts, we have got a big one. It is the Old Republic faction. Now, there's a ton of info to go over, so I'm going to jump right into it. There are 9 characters in this faction. Jedi Knight Reven, who's available in his legendary event, The Legend of Old Republic. Bastila Sean, who's available on Darkside Hard Node 5B and Fleet Hard Node 2D. Jolie Bindo, who's available on Darkside Hard Node 6D and Fleet Hard Node 4E. Zalbar, who's available on Lightside Hard Node 5D and Fleet Hard Node 3C. Juhani on Lightside Hard Node 6A, Mission on Cantina Node 7A, T3M4 on Cantina Node 6B, Karth Onasi on Fleet Hard Node 2E, and last but certainly not least, Canderous Ordo on Cantina Node 5C. Now, within this faction, there are 3 leaders. The first one up, and the most popular by far, is Jedi Knight Reven. So his leadership ability grants Jedi and Old Republic allies at the start of their turn to gain +5 speed, +5% critical chance, and +5% offense for each Jedi or Old Republic ally present. Also, Jedi allies gain tenacity up for 1 turn. Plus, all units are immune to bonus turn meter effects from leadership abilities until the first turn of the battle. Also, whenever a Jedi attacks out of turn, they recover +20% of their max protection and deal +35% more damage. When Jedi allies attack with their basic ability on enemies with bonus protection, they reduce that enemy's max health by 10%, which is stacking. Jedi allies also gain strategic advantage at the start of their turn if no one else has it. If a character has strategic advantage, they can't be countered. So, when an ally gains strategic advantage, it dispels all their debuffs, and they will assist and gain strategic advantage. The character that used to have strategic advantage will also use their basic ability and loses the strategic advantage. Now, Bastila Sean's leadership ability grants Jedi allies +15% turn meter and protection up, which is 200%, and it can't be dispelled. Jedi tank allies also gain taunt for 1 turn. While Jedi allies have protection up, they also have plus 150% tenacity and deal 35% more damage. The third leader is Carth Onasi. He grants Old Republic allies plus 30% potency, tenacity, and critical avoidance. Now, when an enemy gets damage over time debuffs, all Old Republic allies recover 3% health and protection. Plus, Old Republic allies have an 80% chance to call another Old Republic ally to assist at 50% damage. Like I said, there are 9 characters in this faction, so there are going to be a couple different compositions for teams. The first big one is going to be a Jedi Knight Reven-led Jedi team. Now, this is going to use some Old Republic characters, some characters that are outside the Old Republic faction. So, the key composition that you're going to want for this team, especially if you're going to run it in Squad Arena, is Jedi Knight Reven, Bastila Shan, Jolee, Grandmaster Yoda, and General Kenobi. You can, in the earlier stages, kind of swap out maybe a, Ezra or a Kanan for maybe Grandmaster Yoda or General Kenobi if you don't have one. But once you get all these characters unlocked, this is really going to be your bread and butter team. Now, a Bastila-led Jedi team is going to look very similar. It's going to be Bastila, it's going to be Jedi Knight Reven, Jolee, Grandmaster Yoda, General Kenobi. So if you're going to start out and make a run for Reven, if you're a new player, you're going to start in Arena with a Bastila-led team. So you use Bastila, you'll use Jolee for sure, Grandmaster Yoda, General Kenobi as you get them. You can throw in Juhani, she's also a really great Jedi, Ahsoka, Jedi Knight Anakin. It's really a kind of plug and play whatever you kind of have team if you use Bastila or Jedi Knight Reven as a leader. The Carth team is going to be strictly Old Republic, so you're going to use Carth Onasi, Zalbar, and Mission. You always want to make sure that you use them together in a team because their uniques and special abilities really play off of each other. You're going to use Juhani, and last but not least, Canderous. Now, that does not mean that T3M4 is useless. He is really good in a, HK-47-led droid team. He's kind of a plug-and-play droid. You can kind of put him, in different spots and use him. So he's definitely not going to be wasted when you gear him up. Like I said, Jedi Knight Reven, awesome in Squad Arena. You can also use the JKR or Bastila teams really well in offense in Territory Wars or Grand Arena. The Carth-led Old Republic team is going to be really mostly used on defense in Grand Arena. You're going to throw them in the back, mostly because it's just kind of an annoying team. There's lots of assists, there's lots of health gain, and a lot of times they have a good chance of timing out battles so they don't get finished. Now on to hard counters. So Jedi Knight Reven is a hard counter for a Shakti-led clones team, a solo Nest, Talzin-led Night Sisters, CLS Rebels, General Grievous-led droids, a Newt-led Separatist team, a Darth Revan Sith Empire team. It's really key that it's without Darth Malak, and a Trey-led Sith Triumvirate team. Bastila Shan-led Jedi teams are really great against General Grievous, CLS Rebels, Kira-led Scoundrels, and that's with or without Enfys Nest. Old Republic, so you can use Bastila to take down your opponent's Old Republic team. Night Sisters with Enfys Nest when there's an Asajj lead, Mother Talzin-led Night Sisters team, a Palp-led Empire team, Jango or Bosk-led Bounty Hunter team. Carth really isn't a hard counter for any team. They've got a couple soft counters, but like I said, they're mostly used on defense, so you're not really going to be using them for offense that much. Soft counters for Jedi Knight Reven are going to be a Padme-led Galactic Republic team, and they sometimes can win against Darth Revan with Malak, but it's really hit or miss. Now, Bastila is a soft counter for a Maul-led Sith team or the Triumvirate. Now, Carth can be a soft counter for Ewoks, Jedi Training Rey with BB-8 and R2-D2, and also Rogue One. Now, they can be countered. The JKR team can be countered by a really good Padme team, a really good Grievous team, and Geonosians. Bastila can be countered with Jedi Knight Reven, Treya, Shock T clones, and also Geonosians as well. And last but not least, this poor Karth team has an extensive list of counters. You can use a Kylo Ren Unmasked First Order team, JTR, Resistance, Phoenix, a solo Malak will take them down. If your Malak is very well modded, if you've got his Zetas, if you've got him Relic, you could just throw him in there, hit auto, and just kind of let it run. A Palpatine-led Empire team, the Triumvirate, Padme, CLS Rebels, Geos, General Grievous, a Rex-led 501st, and, of course, Ewoks. So, pretty much every faction in the game can counter the Karth team, but like I said, it's really all about trying to time out the opponent. So when you get the health and protection gains that he gives and things like that, there's a really high chance that the battle's just going to time out and you're going to have to cause your opponent to scrap a team and try again and get that double battle and lose them banners. I really, really want to hear what faction you guys want to hear next, so drop a comment down below or send me a message on our Discord server. That's all for me. Tune in next week for more story time with the llama and the Escape Pod cast for kids.
Micaeus Modding Mayhem is the premier remodding service for the game that we all love, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. With some of the most affordable rates in the industry, Micaeus will rebuild your roster from top to bottom and give you consultation on where to go from there. Micaeus has a 100% satisfaction guarantee and lots of useful additional services, including a full cleanup of your mods, loadout pages, PvP plans, and more. Contact Micaeus today on Discord at all lowercase Micaeus number 0127. That's MIKAYAS number 0127, or at micaeusmods@gmail.com. Micaeus Modding Mayhem, the official remodding service of the Escape Pod cast.
Receiving incoming transmission. Receiving incoming transmission. Receiving incoming transmission.
And welcome back to the Escape Pod cast. We have our guest with us. It is he of the lovely, voluptuous silky hair. But you see, this is why I don't do the intro. So I'm just going to hand over to the MC of all MCs, the master of ceremonies himself. Paul, introduce our guest today, please, buddy.
Hair. Ladies and gentlemen, straight out of the Grid Sessions, the Gridsy Sessions, and straight out of Compton nonetheless, we have one of the hottest content creators out there right now. He is known for his hair. He's known for his lightsaber, if you know what I mean. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Gridan to the show. Gridan, what's going on, my friend?
Thanks for having me back, you guys. It is a massive pleasure. It's always a fun time over here. So thank you very much for having me back. Thank you for the intro. I just imagine someone like when you're out on a boat, and like you're stranded and they're like island or land, hair. Hair. It's a massive pleasure to be on, guys. Thank you so much for having me back. This is
now people are saying, who's got the better beard, me or you?
I just trimmed mine this morning.
Mine trims itself. It's the Chuck Norris of beards.
You got some sweet like mutton chops going on there. You got the Wolverine, like you got the whole thing going on.
Mine's better than both of yours because mine's got gray in it, so it makes me look, more refined, regal.
The gray is in here. It's gone right now.
That's why you shaved it.
Yeah, you just shaved the gray off. That doesn't count. I'm showing the gray.
We got a vote for my beard from Hellenix there.
Yes, we did, and I'm sure you would probably end up winning it anyway, Gridan. as Thaddeus says, you're one handsome man.
It is a thank you. It is an honor. Thaddeus, actually, I don't know. So Thaddeus, he's in my guild, but I've actually known him for like several years now. I've known him for like 3 years, and I had no idea for the longest time. Known that man for a long time, actually. But I will fully admit, this beard took about well over like a year to grow. My beard hair, it does not grow fast. My hair, yes. Beard, no.
You got baby face.
I did, yeah. If you guys ever see a picture of me about 4 years ago, you probably wouldn't recognize me.
The baby faces take the longest to grow the beards. They do.
Yep.
The baby faces take the longest to grow the beards.
They really do. They really do.
All right.
So are you gonna rock? Are you gonna rock it long, or are you gonna keep it high and tight?
I generally keep it kind of tight and clean there. I don't think I'm gonna let it grow too long. How ironic that like my channel is known for my hair, and the first 5 minutes of me being here with you guys were talking about hair.
Don't get me started on hair care products.
Well, let's talk hair real quick, because something that that you guys said I can make a challenge.
Oh,
if
God.
we hit 3,000 bits, both Neil and Gridan will let their hair down, both at the same time, and they will give you a headbanging session.
My hair's getting long. A lot of people don't see it from behind there. My hair's actually quite long. It goes all the way down here.
Look. So by the way, the first rule of you should know this, Grid, or maybe you've had a little bit too much to drink. In order for people to hear you, you have to talk towards the mic.
Towards the mic.
Yes, there you go.
I'll just eat it.
So anyway, buddy, since we last had you on,
yes,
you have gone full time.
Yes.
How is that treating you? How is the career move to full-time streamer going? How's things shaking out for you, buddy?
It's actually guys, I cannot thank the community and everyone enough. It's actually gone incredible. I actually had my first ever, it's ironic this happened today. Fate, destiny, whatever you want to call it. Actually, just today was my first Twitch paycheck ever.
Nice.
And now crazy between Twitch and YouTube, I'm a very open person, and I actually get in trouble for it sometimes, but it's part of who I am. But between Twitch and YouTube, I'm actually making more now than what I was at my previous job, which was a full-time, 40 to 60 hours a week job.
Oh, that's you have no idea how awesome it is to hear that. I'm weird. People, it's like a lot of people will get, I love when people I know or friends of mine really make it and can actually make a living doing something that they really, really love. I don't think about it because I don't think of you as a competitor. I think of you as a colleague. I think of other streamers as colleagues, and I love seeing other colleagues, especially ones that are friends, doing really, really well. And it really does. I'm so chuffed for you that you're making more doing this than you are doing your regular job. I mean, let's put that to one side and add to that so you vacated that job. So somebody else is going to get that. You've made your own job.
Yeah.
You've created your own job, thus you've created a job. You've created employment grid. So some lucky person gets your job, and let's hope that don't tell everybody how bad it was. Maybe they love the job that you gave up that they've now taken over.
Yeah. Yeah, and I gotta say, I really appreciate that, because I got my first. So the SWGOH community, everyone knows, is just incredible. I have not dealt with, my dealing with gaming communities beforehand was like Call of Duty and Halo, and everyone knows how those voice chats go all the time, right? Very toxic community. SWGOH has been incredible. And I had my first, a different content creator, I'm going to leave it nameless because I just don't want to deal with that, who actually reached out to me, was giving me a little bit of flack for the first time. The guy, he's not super popular. He's not super popular. And again, I'm going to leave it nameless because I just don't want to deal with it.
Please do.
But it was the first time that someone. I don't want to deal with any of that drama. I don't want to deal with any of that. I love all of you guys. And so it's really cool because so much of the community between both viewers and content creators are so cool. I'm making videos with Heinzie. I love hanging out with DB, Cubs. I've talked to Arnold and Mobile, you guys, RSG, like so many. It's so cool seeing when someone comes into this community that they're received with open arms and saying, we are so proud of you for working so hard and doing this. And you saying that, Nev, is so cool because it's just like, you're right. It's not a competitor. We are all working for the same thing. We're all doing the same thing. We're having fun. We're playing Star Wars. We're working together. We're helping the community. I love seeing it. I love hearing it. So thank you so much. It has been an incredible about almost 2 months now since I've gone full time. We're close to 2 months now. And it's just been an incredible fun experience.
What was the catalyst? What was the straw that broke the camel's back and you just thought, you know what, sod it, I'm going full time?
Long story short, what happened is I have a family member who has an autoimmune condition. And when I was working at my previous job, which was at a medical clinic, I told them that I needed to either work from home or severely shorten my hours due to the COVID outbreak. For most healthy people, it's not a big deal. We're not going to get into that here. That's not the point. But this person is the at-risk group with this autoimmune condition. They effectively have close to no immune system. My job was 100% one that could be done from home. I primarily did emails, phone calls, just everything on my computer. My job said they would not allow it. They would not accommodate for it. So I was basically forced into quitting. Now, it had already kind of crossed my mind to shorten my hours at work because things were going so well with Twitch and YouTube. But when it came down to it, when push came to shove, they said, nope, we're not going to be able to do that. So I said, okay, I'm leaving. Mm-hmm. So at that point, I left my job and then picked this up full time. So I was kind of forced into it. I wasn't planning on going full time for another probably 3 to 6 months in my mind. But since I have, it's been incredible. It's been absolutely incredible. Things have just taken off.
Excellent.
And you've been dabbling into more than just Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.
Yeah. So I wanted to kind of establish myself from the get-go as someone who, while I freaking love Star Wars, that is primarily what I play. SWGOH, Battlefront, KOTOR, all of that. I still love video games. I played video games like literally since I was, I don't know, 8 or 9. It's been one of my favorite things like my whole life. And I've always, at the beginning, was made fun of it for it. And then now people are like, wow, I'm super proud of you. And I'm like, you weren't before though. But so I love playing video games. And so I dabble with other games. And so the way that I kind of have it set up right now is I have about 3 genres that I'll play, or I guess technically 4. So we got 4 with Star Wars, and I'll play any Star Wars game. So I generally start my streams with about an hour of Star Wars. And then I'll play some other games. So I just started Mass Effect today.
Okay. Andromeda or original?
Nope. The original first Mass Effect.
Nice. So are you going to be playing all 3?
Yep.
I'm a huge N7 fan.
Oh my dude. That's why I did it. I was talking to someone. I have these AMA sessions every Sunday. And someone said, what's your favorite genre? What's your favorite game? And I was like, guys, honestly, I love RPGs and I love Mass Effect. And everyone's like, well, play it. So I was like, all right. So I downloaded it. And so we're starting it. So I'm going to go through the whole trilogy from the start. We just started brand new, the first Mass Effect today. And I'm going to go through the whole trilogy. So
all right. I've been a little busy today. Femshep or Manshep?
I'm doing Man.
Manshep. Okay. I did Manshep too.
Yep. I'm doing Man. I did start though. Why am I skipping on the name? Jedi Knight Jedi Training Academy. I started that, and I'm a female Twi'lek.
Oh my god! Way to go! Make yourself cliche. Oh, I'm gonna be the hot alien chick.
Oh, she has the most she's not wearing a lot of clothes either. So it is. But yeah, so I go through those 4 genres of Star Wars, RPGs, first person shooters, and horror games. Actually is one that really took off. I played Resident Evil 3, the remake, for the first time just a couple of weeks ago, about a month ago. And everyone thought it was the funniest thing in the world. How I don't do good
It was
with
so
scary games.
funny watching you scream like a little girl.
I screamed so much. And it's not even like, I mean, Resident Evil is a scary game, but it's not a designed horror game, right? It's scary, but not designed to be scary and to freak you out. But man, did that get me good. And everyone's like, play more horror games. So then I played Outlast, and then people are like, play more horror. So now it's one of my genres that I play. So I just started Alien Isolation for my horror game. yeah, exactly. You're laughing over there already. And we'll go through Alien Isolation. And
the jump scares are I hate anything with jump scares.
Yeah, and you know what the next one is after I finish Alien Isolation?
Dead Space.
Dead Space.
Oh God. All right, and now Gridan, I'm gonna add another one to you.
Oh God.
Silent Hill.
Oh no, people have already mentioned that one, and I already was like, I don't want to.
You want jump scares? There you go.
Oh God. All right. Silent Hill's on the list.
All right.
And then first person shooters I play primarily. I play Call of Duty, Rainbow Six Siege, Battlefront, and just kind of all sorts of stuff. So I have these rotating genres that throughout the week we play different games, but I'm streaming daily at this point. It's just been a blast. It's been just a great time.
So how heavy is your schedule, mate?
Well, I mean, for example, today turned into quite the day. I wasn't expecting this. I stream. So I stream normally in the morning. And I stream from, I generally do anywhere from like 2 to 4 hours. It kind of just depends on the vibe and the flow of things. But I stream from about 10 or 11 to about 1 or 2. And then I wasn't going to do anything until much later tonight with my GAC. Then Rambam got sick, and he asked me to cover his GAC. So then I pushed my GAC up a little bit earlier. So then I did Rambam's GAC. Mole Pills. I'm sure a lot of people recognize Mole Pills.
Oh yeah, we know Mole Pills.
Oh, Where's Mole Pills? Where are you in the chat right now, Mole Pills? Come on, say something.
Stop lurking.
Yeah, stop looking. Yeah, so then Mole Pills gave me the keys to the Ferrari. He let me use his account. He said, "Go play on my account." And I was like, "Oh." So then I
bet you were like a kid in a candy store.
Yeah, it's like a little kid, just like everything is free, and I was like, everything. I felt like that Little Caesars. Have you seen that Little Caesars commercial where the guy's like, "There's no rules," and he starts taking off his shirt? You know,
put your shirt back on.
There's one rule. That's what I felt like. Just like keys to the Ferrari, man, just go. And so I played on Mole Pills account, and then we worked out a time here to get on here with you guys, and then I have the Gridsy session with Heinzie later tonight. So
I was gonna use that as one of our little sendaways to tell people to go right to you.
Yeah. So this day, which was supposed to be just a couple of hours streaming, has turned into, I wake up around 6 or 7, I start editing some videos, and then I stream at 10, and then so it's turned into basically like almost 7 or 8 a.m. to like probably like a 1 a.m. day. I mean, the full day is streaming and videos and stuff, but I couldn't be happier. The whole time is just smiles and laughs. I love hanging out with you guys. That's one of my biggest things. It's just spending time with the community, talking to you guys in chat, talking to you other content creators. I love the whole bit of it. It's perfect. It's an absolutely it is genuinely, to the definition, a dream come true.
Yeah, and you recently started doing Jedi Academy as well, didn't you?
Yeah. What is it? Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy?
It's no, as in Jedi Academy. On Saturday mornings
with RSG.
On RSG.
Yeah. Yes. We did the. Oh my god. Yeah, that's tomorrow morning too.
Yes, tomorrow morning, dude. So you're gonna have to get at least some beauty sleep. Or you could just pull an all-nighter and turn up half cut. It's like, everybody,
let's do
the grid is here.
Infinity, why do you have to be so loud?
Can you please be a little bit quieter?
The first question is to Grid. Sorry.
42.
42.
Ray Rock asks how Sable's doing.
Sable, actually, hang on, if I may.
You may what you want.
Oh.
She's taking a nap over there. She I don't know if you guys saw the picture earlier. She was actually sitting in my streaming chair. And so when I started my stream, the first like hour, I wasn't even in my actual chair. I was like kneeling on the ground next to it because I didn't want to move her.
No, I had a cat. I had a cat called Smokey, exactly the same type of cat as yours.
Yeah, Siamese.
When I was in when I was back in the UK, it's a lovely color. It's a really, really lovely color.
Oh, she's absolutely adorable, and the people are asking for a Sable Patreon at this point.
What? So that they can spoil her?
That's how prominent this cat has become on my stream. Like,
what you want to do is create an Instagram account for Sable the cat, because I follow a pug, Doug the Pug on Instagram.
Doug the Pug?
I follow Doug the Pug on Instagram. Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, I follow the fox. I forgot what its name is. Oh man, there's a fox. I can't remember what the name is right now, but there's a fox on Instagram that has like millions of viewers. I can't remember it now. He's absolutely adorable.
Yeah, animal Instagram accounts are just that. They're just really, really, really cute. So you need to create an Instagram account for Sable, just for so it's just photos, just cute photos of Sable. Start off slow. Start off with Instagram, and then get her a Patreon account, and then buy her treats.
Really quick, I don't know if we've mentioned it. Book Hunter 99, Fort Mort 4111, Supreme Leader Ren 21, Sam Account X, and Double Durgan. Thank you all for following us, and a very special thank you to Sam Account X for the subscription. Much appreciated, my friend.
Those are my grid boys there. Actually, Supreme Leader Ren, that's Addie. She is the lady of the grid.
The lady of the grid.
Yeah.
Oh, is she the queen of the grid, is she?
Yep, exactly. Yep, but we can't say that, so we say lady of the grid.
Oh, the lady of the grid.
Yeah.
Okay.
She owns the grid pretty much. Everyone loves Addie. It goes when it comes to my channel, we're not going to turn it into competition, so it's Sable and Addie, and then me.
So you know your place.
I know. Well, actually, hang on. Actually, sorry, my bad. Sable and Addie, my hair, me.
Then you.
Yeah. Maybe even like seal noises in my stick, and then
me.
Like.
So when can we expect to see a hair stream then?
It's just
yeah,
my
it's
hair.
literally just that, just the hair.
We might do a haircut stream, or some people are trying to get me to dye my hair like a silver or something, or a blonde, or I don't know.
I'll turn you into a silver fox.
Oh, don't do it.
Don't do
Don't
silver.
do it. As somebody who's done every single color under the sun, don't do it.
Dude, I've got silver on
Heinz
both
is in
sides. Right? Trust me, don't do it.
We got Big H there in chat.
We have Big H. We've got Elite Wolf, who also
I love Elite
followed
Wolf.
us, and Durgan now has a sub, and Sam just gifted a sub to Elite Wolf. By the way, if one more of your of the people from the grid hit the follow button, we will hit 200 right during this show. I'm
throwing
that out there.
Make a
Nice
fake account real quick.
No, don't make a fake account. I want these to be organic.
It's got to be organic.
Someone hit it. Someone out there, that has to be someone that's in the chat. Someone hit that follow. Wow.
So, so Grim, we've mentioned you've done this full time. Is there something is there a game that you're really looking forward to once you're done with Mass Effect? Is there one that you're like, I can't precious.
Oh man. So here's the crazy thing. I mean, Mass Effect is up there on my favorite RPGs of all time. The only things that kind of rival it, we got the KOTOR series. I tried to start them when I did my 24-hour stream a few days last week. And I wanted to try and beat both KOTOR 1 and potentially KOTOR 2 during one stream. And it just wouldn't work, and I can't get it to work on my PC and stream at the same time. There's a way to do it, but it's super complicated and borderline sketchy, maybe illegal. I don't know. So I skipped off of that one. KOTOR would be fun to get back into. Skyrim, absolutely love Skyrim. That's a fantastic game.
Okay, give me a call on KOTOR. I'll tell you. How many monitors you got?
2. I want to
It's
get a third
doable
here
with
pretty
2.
quick. Yeah,
it is doable.
Yeah.
Hit me up on Discord sometime, and I'll tell you how you can do KOTOR. You need 2 monitors.
Yeah,
but it is doable.
Yeah,
to play and stream.
Gridan's community, the grid is pouring into here because not only do we have Sam Account X and Durgan, but Elite Wolf, and now Sam Account X gave Darth Orden a sub. So thank you guys on behalf of the Escape Pod Castaways. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We are actually. I'm hitting up. Give me 2 seconds here.
Okay, so you're mentioning all these AAA titles, Grid. There has to be a guilty pleasure in there somewhere, though. What guilty pleasure game is going to be pulled out when you need some fuel? We're not talking AAA titles. We're talking, those little downloads from Steam or Epic.
Yeah, I haven't gotten too crazy with a lot of those, honestly. I mean, yeah, I can't really think about my favorite games out there. Mass Effect, KOTOR. I'm really looking forward to Cyberpunk later this year.
Okay, there we go. It might be a AAA. It's not one of the AAAs. It's a AA. AA game that is being given the AAA treatment. So I'll take Cyberpunk.
Yeah, Cyberpunk is definitely one that I'm really looking forward to later this year. I just finished Outer Worlds. I don't know if that was that.
I haven't finished it yet.
I won't spoil anything.
Okay.
Amazing game.
I just
love
know
that
you
one.
can't. I know that you can't get loving on any of your friends. It's not.
Yeah, I was super disappointed. I did help one of my friends though get laid. So you can do that.
I've gotten to that part where we helped her get laid. Yes.
So that one, you guys know Grandmaster Durantula?
Oh yeah.
Who pops up all over. Yeah, GMD. So right, Parvati, her avatar when you're picking your character to go into battle or wherever with you, right? She just sits there with a wrench. Well, GMD is what I call wrench master. He's one of my moderators, but he's the wrench master. So we actually called Parvati Lady GMD or female GMD. So every time we started playing Outer Worlds, we're like, all right, what's going to happen with Lady GMD today? And then so when she started hitting on that girl, I was like, we're going to help GMD get a girlfriend here. This is exciting. It was just a blast. So Outer Worlds was amazing. Really looking forward to Cyberpunk. Another RPG I'll probably play at some point with you guys is probably going to be oh boy, I might start a Skyrim because Skyrim was so good.
Why don't you tell him what we're playing at the moment, Paul? What has got us so engrossed at the moment?
Heck, Grid, we're playing freaking Minecraft again.
We've gone old school.
That's great. No, I've obviously so many people know about Minecraft. I've played it minimally in my life. I'm not gonna lie. I played it with a few friends for a little bit, but I never really got like super into it. It is a great game though. I had fun when I played it. I just didn't do it like on my own. I don't know why.
Dude, wait till you have kids and they get to the age where they can play it. Then you'll be playing it a lot.
Armil goes, how many villages massacred?
Definitely one of the most favorite activities I have with my girls. I got in, they'd be there playing it furiously on their tablets, and they would be constantly playing against each other.
Yeah.
And I didn't get into it, and I'm like, okay, this is something that they really like, they're really invested in, so they're my kids. I need to get invested, and that was it.
Might as well.
That was it. I was hooked, and we would play all the time. And they're extremely jealous that they can't get on this because they're tablet players. They play on Android. They don't play on the PC, so they're totally jealous that I'm playing with a bunch of people and working on worlds. But Paul's not liking the lack of creative mode. He's really not liking it. He was like this close to rage quitting last night. But Flair calmed him down with a chest full of glowstone.
Yes. I was able to start working on without dying, but I have fallen from the top of the gigantic temple that I'm building.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah,
good.
It was great.
He won't let us fly.
They fly
Flair,
now?
he's in chat. He won't let us fly. So when you're building something at a very, 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 very great height, which is what Paul and me are doing at the moment, one wrong A key or D key, and you're falling off. And you can't just jump twice to quickly, stop yourself from being hurt. And he won't break. He will not break. He's unbreakable.
Ram Bam wants to know when the road ahead is coming. I think we're going to get it next week.
Are we going to do a refresh? Let's do a refresh.
You do a refresh. Let's see if the road ahead showed up.
Never.
No.
Okay.
Cubs got me so good the other day. We were playing Battlefront on Twitch, and he did a raid, and he popped over. He jumped into chat for a second, and we're just talking, just doing our thing. And then he goes, "Oh my god, you guys, the road ahead just dropped." And you see, I stopped. Like, I was in the middle of a gunfight with someone, and I just stopped. And I pulled up the forums, and I was like, "No way! Oh my god, I'm so excited!" I pulled it up, and I was like, "I can't see it. Where is it?" He's like, "It's right there." And I was like, "Where is it?"
So you got trolled. You got trolled by
so
Cubs.
hard.
By Cubs.
That just shows how thirsty I am for a road ahead, man.
We all are, buddy.
Guys,
we all are.
Remember, we have a gap in the schedule next. Is it next week or the week after?
No, we've gone past it. The gap in the schedule was the 12th to the 14th, and nothing happened.
Nothing.
All right.
There you go.
So I was wrong for this month. That sucks.
Dude,
literally nothing happened.
At this point, I'm just hoping they can make it around by my birthday in June.
We'll certainly get that. We'll certainly have a road ahead by then. If we don't, the community will revolt. I will put the explicit tag on the very last episode of May if we don't have it.
Can I raid so I can go full dark side? You'll let me go full dark side.
I don't know if I'd let you go full dark side.
Oh, come on. I promise I'll apologize the following week. I promise I'll apologize the following week if you let me go full dark side.
If they do it, I'm just doing my thing at this point. I'm like, if they happen to talk to us, cool. I have lost all faith and hope in them. I don't know what they're doing, man. I don't get it. So
nobody knows what they're doing, mate. So you're in the same ballpark as everybody else.
Yeah,
we're literally we're all sat, we're all watching the same diamond.
Oh wow!
And we're like, when's the picture coming out? Seriously,
I gotta say, Sam has a. By the way, thank you, Black Flag. And thank you, Amos. Both of them have just pushed us over 200. Thank you very much for
Those are my boys. Those are my boys. They're in my alliance, actually.
Sam Account X has a wonderful idea. If we don't get the road ahead by the end of May, the podcast title for that week is The Road Behind, as we leave the game behind.
There you go.
There we go.
The road behind.
The road behind.
Yeah,
Well, it'll give us something to rage about, wouldn't it?
I don't get what they're doing. It's like at this point, it's not even like they haven't lived up to their word. This is like, if you exclude everything else, this is just unprofessional from a business standpoint.
I don't think it's unprofessional. They're working on something. I am holding out the hope. Maybe I'm the only one who is, but I'm holding out hope that we are going to get our socks knocked off by whatever this is that they're announcing, and we'll have it within 2 months after that.
Yeah,
I feel like that Thor meme. Really?
Yeah, it's here's the thing, right? We know from previous months, you go back to March, and we saw all of the jobs that they were advertising, which, if you're being rational and reasonable, we could all assume were jobs for CG within CG to work on the other project that they're working on, this other mobile game. Who in their right mind is going to play that other new game? DSA came out, Discord, communication, constant, right? Yep. Lego, Discord channel, constant communication. If CG bring out a new game and follow the same path as the likes of DSA and Lego, they're just going to get constantly swamped and trolled by people. Oh, so this is just for your new game. What about the old game that you're running? And everybody from the SWGOH community is just going to flood that Discord channel with questions, and nobody's going to be asking about the new game because nobody's going to be playing the new game.
Yep.
So it's in their interest to open the doors and be more communicative if they want their next title, mobile title, to be successful, because it isn't going to be successful because it's just going to get trashed by the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes community. We're all going to be like, anybody playing this game, look where CG is now with this game 4 years on.
Yeah.
Do you want that? If you invest in this game, is that what you want? Is that
this
the type
is what
of game you want to
expect.
invest in?
Yeah.
Knowing where CG is with their other game 4 years on, is that a game that you want to invest A, 4 years of your time in, and B, your hard-earned cash?
Yeah.
All right, really quick. Ram Bam says it better be something damn good this road ahead, because if not, there are literally hundreds of players on the forums and servers saying they will quit. Mass exodus. Meanwhile, I'm here still waiting on Mace Windu to get a remake. Which we know. We had Ram Bam on, one of the great guests. But no, I mean, guys, we talked about this last week with Mandalore. Go listen to the Mandalore about an hour in, as our interviews normally are. Listen to the interview with Mandalore. He's got his thumb on the pulse of the Krakens, and some of them show that exact same sentiment. And I'm sure that it gets, with people that haven't invested all this money, I'm sure that sentiment goes much, much farther.
Yeah, and I just want to say to Rambam quickly, I mean, the upside down backwards world that we're in with SWGOH and CG, Rambam, Mace is more likely to be reworked than us get communication reestablished with CG. And we all know that Mace ain't getting a rework.
Dude, it's so sad. They have Mace characters in the game that are better than the Mace that we have. Literally just delete the one that we have. Just throw them out the window, just like Emperor Palpatine. Just throw them out the window, and then just
give us that one. Give us the one that can kill Jango Fett with one hit.
Yeah, they've done it. I mean, they've given us Mace. They've given us, they've given us Boss Mace before.
I would love to keep. Now, did you get another donation on your channel just now? Because that's what you got to do every time you get a donation. Run your hands through your hair. The ladies love that. There you go. There you go.
Oh, that was such a Hugo Boss advert right there,
wasn't it?
Somebody said that earlier in the chat. I forget who. Props to you, whoever you were. I laughed my butt off internally.
I've said it, and I've had the idea. Now we have to do a fake Hugo Boss advert with Gridan.
And then we could do a the Zoolander.
New fragrance from Calvin Klein, The Grid.
The Grid by Hugo Boss.
Do you want to up your gaming performance in SWGOH?
We're doing it. Oh, I don't care. Look, I love doing parodies. I've never done an advert parody before, but I want to give it a bloody good go.
And it's got to be black and white. It has to be black and white.
Yeah.
With that being said, Gridan, we are way over on time. We're trying. We are absolutely trying to get this podcast to stay right around 2 hours, and we still have a break to go to. With that being said, Gridan, how do people find you?
I am primarily on Twitch and YouTube. Both of them are just youtube.com/GridanWWL, twitch.tv/GridanWWL. Pretty easy to find me. I'm also on Twitter. I like posting memes on Twitter. So if you guys want to laugh, you can find me over there. Same thing at GridanWWL. Those are the easiest ways to find me, you guys. Like I mentioned before, I stream every single day. And if you guys join my Discord, that might be the easiest way to keep up to date. So my Discord is there as well, but I stream every day on Twitch.
Yeah, don't worry. You will be notified when he streams.
Yes, you will.
just like we do in ours. We do in ours.
So just come hang out, you guys. We always have a good time. I love seeing you guys out there. So
yes, definitely. Gridan, don't be a stranger. I don't know if you have to pregame anymore for the Gridsy session coming up, but we will peek in as much as we can during the after show. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for taking some time.
My pleasure.
And I'm sure we'll do this again real soon.
Oh, 100%. Anytime you guys need it or want it, I'm here. Literally, yeah, anytime, because this is what I do now. So anytime you guys need it, I'll be here.
All right, coming up after this break, a quick Patreon's choice. And if you guys have questions for us and you have some of those channel points, throw them in with a highlighted question, and we'll see if we can get to them coming up right here on the Escape Pod cast.
The Escape Pod cast with Paul Anthony and Neil Andrew Ware.
Micaeus Modding Mayhem is the premier remodding service for the game that we all love, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. With some of the most affordable rates in the industry, Micaeus will rebuild your roster from top to bottom and give you consultation on where to go from there. Micaeus has a 100% satisfaction guarantee and lots of useful additional services, including a full cleanup of your mods, loadout pages, PvP plans, and more. Contact Micaeus today on Discord at all lowercase Micaeus number 0127. That's MIKAYAS number 0127, or at micaeusmods@gmail.com. Micaeus Modding Mayhem, the official remodding service of the Escape Pod cast.
Does your guild want to tap into their full potential in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? Yeah! For as low as $1 a month per guild member, your guild can unleash the power of the game in ways you never thought possible. Ooh. Track your arena movements, guild progression, and much, much more. Contact ShittyBill and get one of his shitty bots on your server today. Just look for him on our Discord server and tag or message him for more information. The link for our server is below in the description. Shitty bots, don't let the name fool you. Did you know that if you signed up to become a Patreon, you could get tons of rewards? Force Ghost Scotty could do a roster review for you. Neil Andrew Ware could share Grand Arena tactics. Or Paul could even help you get maximum stars in Geonosis Territory Battle. And you even get access into the after show. Sound good? Sign up to be a Patreon today. For as little as $2 a month, you could unlock a ton of potential content and also get closer to the hosts. Head to patreon.com/theescapepod to sign up.
And now time for something completely shameless.
Last time on Harry and the Moon.
Your optic nerves do not deceive you. Homeobox, Araspec, Horsebox.
TC-14? But how?
You didn't make it easy, Horsebox.
Damn right I didn't. All I wanted to do was remove your central processor and send it out for repairs after your self-diagnostic showed more than a dozen critical faults.
This conversation no longer serves a purpose. Either surrender yourself now, come with me, and meet your ultimate fate, or prepare to be blasted into the vacuum of space. Either way, you lose.
Excuse me? me.
What?
I won't let you harm.
My master.
Oh dear.
Noob! You're alive! But how? I saw your central optic light dim, fade away and blink out. Newbie, I saw you die.
I have a secondary power source, Master. It took a moment, but I was able to reroute power and reboot my systems.
Like the T-800 and T2 Judgment Day?
Exactly.
Haha, nice. I knew those countless hours we spent watching old sci-fi movies would pay off someday. Well, I, for one, am glad you're back, bud. Let's get you repaired and back on main power.
Not before we repair the ship's
main cannon.
The ship's main cannon?
Yes, Master. Don't forget, we still have that space pirate ship to
destroy.
I like how you think, newbie.
What should we do about TTTC-14?
Master?
Well, you did kind of blast her head clean off her chassis, newbie. Shoot, you basically vaporized it. Matter of fact, I don't even see any bits or pieces of her head anywhere.
I'm a droid, Master. My methods are very
efficient.
Indeed they are, newbie. Well, let's gather what remains of TC-14 and put her in storage. Perhaps in time we can rebuild her.
And rehabilitate her.
Master.
Sounds like a plan, bud. Tell you what, why don't I start gathering the remains of TC-14, and why don't you start repairing our weapon systems, all while we continue listening to The Escape Pod Cast. What do you say, newbie?
That sounds like an excellent idea.
Master.
Oh yeah, one more thing, noob. Going forward, why don't you just address me as Hellenix? #shameless self-promotion. It's what all my friends call me. And of course, I do consider you my friend.
As do I. Helly. I mean...
Hellenix.
Oh, noob.
And so, our intrepid heroes continue on their quest to entertain gamers across the known galaxy with their crazy antics. Surely, they will have more exciting adventures in their future. What will they get themselves into next? Only time will tell.
The Escape Pod Cast. The Bridge.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Escape Pod Cast. Oh, that was such an awesome last interview. I so nice having Gridan on. He's such a lovely bloke.
I didn't want it to end. I mean, that was a great interview, but we are trying to keep the episodes under 2 hours.
Yes, we are. We're there. We're still under 2 hours.
We're there right now. I mean, we've got about 8 minutes. 8 minutes in this final segment.
We can do a bunch of questions in that time.
We can. We absolutely can. Real quick, if you are a Patreon, we will have the after show in our Discord server. If you are a sub to us on Twitch, we will have the after show for you on the Discord server. So be sure to stop by and say hello.
Yes, please do. And the conversation gets much spicier over there.
That is very true.
And we like to throw salt at each other as well. But don't worry, it's only table salt, not rock salt, you know. It's the nice salt, you know, the just digging each other in the ribs, not, oh my God, I hate your guts, rock salt. Yes, it's not fistfuls. But yeah, no, we have a lot of fun, and the conversation usually goes on for, forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. So yeah, you definitely want to join us in the after show if you're a sub or if you are a Patreon.
Yeah. So there was a lot. Let's see here. Man, I'm still backing up. Could I interest you? Where are we? Where was the start of Patreon's choice?
It was Dr. Feelgood.
All right, Dr. Feelgood. During these difficult times, what is your favorite go-to comfort food to either make or buy?
Crackers.
Crackers.
Yeah, crackers in homemade dip.
What's the dip made of?
The dip is it's 1 tablespoon of mayo, 1 tablespoon of sour cream, 1 teaspoon of freshly crushed garlic, and 1 teaspoon of chives.
All right.
Put it into a bowl, mix it all up, dip crackers in. Mwah!
Okay, somebody go clip that and tag Run DMV because he needs another recipe. Now, Llama asks, if we could create a mobile game of our own, what would it look like? If I could create a mobile game of my own, it would probably look like crap because I'm not that imaginative at this time. But I would probably do something turn-based strategy.
Based strategy. Neil? Yeah, I would. If it was me, I would go for. I would go for an Age of Empire. And before someone says Battleground, they've done it with Battleground. I've played Battleground. It's good, but I prefer the Age of Empires model. So I would like to see an Age of Empires game with the various different Star Wars factions. So as you would have the various different types of eras and races in Age of Empires, you could do Sith, Jedi, Rebels, bounty hunters, scoundrels. So instead of eras, it would be things like that. So you'd have different technologies, and that is the type of mobile game that I would do. Age of Empires, but with Star Wars IP.
What has been the biggest time sinks for you guys this week? We mentioned Minecraft.
It's definitely Minecraft, without a doubt. 100%, it is Minecraft.
Which never meta character would you Gear 13 Relic 7 just because it would be fun, not of any use, just for fun?
Oh, just for funsies.
So you first, Neil.
If it was just for funsies, I would probably go for Wedge.
All right, for me, I'm torn between just laying it all into Buddy Rook, or I don't know if they're technically meta, like the never meta character. There was a slight bounty hunter meta for a little bit, but honestly, it would either be Embo or it would be Jango Fett.
Yeah, okay.
But they're kind of meta though, so I don't know if that counts. Question, does the 5s bug still apply to 3v3? Am I wasting my time intentionally putting 5s in the third slot? Is tactical awareness Zeta even working at all for this GAC? Yes, if you're putting him in the third slot, it's put him in the last slot because it's the way that damage is dealt out 1, 2, 3 when you're hit by an AoE. If you were the boss of CG and you had a clean slate, which characters present and as of yet not released would you rank as meta, and why?
I would rank all original trilogy characters as meta because they're original trilogy. So all of them.
Hondo. Let's see. The answer to that is whichever one the art department can get right, Bodhi said. What is your Star Wars alignment, Jedi or Sith? I'm going to say something really quick, and I don't want other people's phones to go off, so you answer first, Neil.
Jedi.
How does that answer the question for you for our Twitch?
Are we doing that? Are we now? Are we?
I had to tell
Google,
my smart lights to go to the dark side. So yes. Anyway, let's see. Talking nerdy got me thinking about what I would bring to the table. What kind of music do you love and geek out for? I'm a total nerd for punk or metal covers of hip hop songs. The Punk Goes Pop series, Got You Covered, is also a great one. There's a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun cover stuff out there. By the way, Raging Elephant, thank you for following. The one kid with bad ideas, thank you for following. And Boba Fett, thank you for following as well during our Twitch stream. We appreciate you guys. And I think that covers it. I think that
covers
hits
the
them all.
questions. Yep, no, that's it. No more questions in Patreons and subs.
Sir Boss asked, would you like to create a tabletop game? If so, what would it be like? Would I like to create one? Yeah. But what would it be like? I think Legion, as is, Star Wars Legion is the tabletop game for me. I really, really like the dice. I really, really like the template maneuvers, and I'm invested in the IP. That they made pretty much right there.
You're more into the tabletop than me. I haven't played tabletop games since I was 16, so.
So, all right. With that being said, I think we should be wrapping up and getting into the after show.
Absolutely.
All right. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. You guys spent the most valuable resource. I mentioned it yesterday during Marbles stream. You guys spent your most valuable resource with us, which is time. Thank you for giving us your time, and we hope that it was well spent for you. We will see you guys Tuesday. As far as podcasts go. We'll see you guys Tuesday for Geeking Out with Going Nerdy, or if you are just a podcast listener, we look forward to entertaining you the next time you hit that play button. Thank you very much. Be nice to each other, damn it, and have a good night. With that being said, Neil, push the button.
You got it, mate. Ta-ta for now, folks.
What's going on? Where the hell are we? Paris?
Thank you for pressing the self-destruct button.
Attention! This is Colonel Sanders in forward command. Abandon ship! Abandon ship! All personnel proceed to escape pods. Close down the circuits. Evacuate the city. Self-destruct mechanism has been activated. Abandon ship! Where is it? Where is it? It's gonna be here. Out of order! Even in the future, nothing works.
This ship will self-destruct in exactly 10 seconds. Counting down. 10, 9, 8, 6.
6! What happened to 7?
Just kidding. 3, 2, 1. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Hello, friends. This is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy. The Escape Podcast was filmed in front of a live studio audience full of tweaked out murder bears.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.